Let me ask you something. And I want you to be honest with yourself. Why is it that every time you really like someone, it ends the same way? At the beginning, it feels good, not perfect, but good enough to make you think, yeah, this one is different. You feel that pull. You start thinking about them more than you expected. Little things they say stay in your head, and without even noticing, you get attached. Then something shifts, nothing obvious, just small things. They reply a little slower. Their energy changes, just slightly, but you feel it. And now, instead of enjoying it, you're thinking. You're checking your phone more. You're replaying conversations. You're trying to understand what they meant. And at some point, you stop and think, why does this always happen to me? Maybe you told yourself, I just have bad luck. I keep meeting the wrong people. But what if that's not true? What if it's not luck? You're being drawn to the same type of person again and again without even realizing it. And yeah, that's uncomfortable to hear. But stay with me, because if you watch this until the end, you're going to understand something about yourself that most people never realize. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Quick thing, if this already feels a little too familiar, just like the video and subscribe. These videos actually take time to think through and drop a comment. Let's get into it. Most people think they're attracted to a person. I like them because of who they are. But if you slow it down and really think about it, that's not fully true. It's not just about them. It's about how they make you feel. And I don't mean the obvious stuff. Not just they're nice. I mean that specific feeling. The one you can't really explain. That slight uncertainty. That feeling of, I'm not fully sure where I stand, but I want to figure it out. Because if you're honest, the people you get the most attached to are usually not the ones who are clear from the start. It's the ones who are a bit confusing, a bit unpredictable. Sometimes they give you attention, sometimes they pull back, and that does something to you. You start thinking about them more. You check your phone more. You care more than you expected to. And in your head, you tell yourself, yeah, I really like this person. But what you're reacting to is not just them. It's the feeling, that up and down, that uncertainty. And here's the part most people don't realize. Feeling can become addictive because when they give you attention again, it feels like a reward, and your brain starts chasing that, not the person, the feeling. And that's why when someone comes into your life who is actually simple, clear, consistent, it doesn't hit the same. They text you normally. They show interest clearly. They don't make you guess. And instead of feeling excited, you feel nothing special. Or even worse, you feel bored. And that confuses you. Because logically, you know this is better. But emotionally, it doesn't feel strong. This started earlier than you think. Now this part is important. Because this didn't just start randomly. This pattern goes way back. And I'm not saying that to sound deep. I'm saying it because it's true. The way you experienced attention growing up, the way people treated you, the way you felt seen or not seen, that shapes what feels normal to you, not what's healthy. What's normal? So if attention was inconsistent, you get used to that. If you had to earn validation, you get used to chasing it. If someone was warm one moment and distant the next, you get used to that shift. And here's the key part. Your brain doesn't label that as bad. It just says, this is how it works. So later in life, when you meet someone who makes you feel that same way again, your brain recognizes it. And recognition creates attraction, not because it's good for you, but because it feels familiar. And that's why it feels so strong. Because it's not just about them. It's connected to something older, something you've felt before, but never really questioned. And now, every time you meet someone like that, it just clicks, even if deep down doesn't feel safe. Now this is where you have to be honest with yourself. Because deep down, you already know. You see the signs. You feel the imbalance. You notice that you're giving more than you're getting. But you stay anyway. And it's not because you're stupid. It's not because you don't see it. It's because of what it means to you. There's a thought that most people don't say out loud, but it's there. If I can make this work, if I can make them choose me, then it means something. It means you're enough. It means you're worth it. So you try more. You give more. You become more patient than you should be. You ignore things you normally wouldn't accept. Because leaving doesn't just feel like losing them. It feels like losing the chance to finally prove something. And that's what keeps you stuck, not the person, the meaning you've attached to them. But here's the truth. No amount of effort will turn the wrong person into the right one. And staying in something that drains you doesn't fix anything. It just repeats the same pattern again. Let's talk about something real. That butterflies feeling. You know the one. That intense pull. That nervous excitement. That feeling where you can't fully relax, but you like it. That's not always a good sign. Sometimes that's anxiety. It's your body being on edge. It's you not knowing where you stand. It's you trying to figure things out. But because it feels intense, you think it means something. You think, this must be real. But what's actually happening is your system is activated. You're not calm, you're alert, you're paying attention to every little thing. And if you're used to that feeling, you start associating it with attraction. So when someone comes along and they're calm, they're clear, they don't play games, you don't feel the same thing. There's no overthinking, no emotional highs and lows, no guessing. And instead of feeling safe, you feel like something is missing. You might even say, I don't feel the spark. But what you really mean is, I don't feel the chaos I'm used to. And that's the trap. Because chaos feels like chemistry, when that's what you've always known. And peace feels unfamiliar. And anything unfamiliar feels wrong at first. So now the real question is, what you do with this? Because just hearing it is not enough. You can understand the pattern and still fall into it again. So the change starts small. It starts with awareness. The next time you feel that strong pull, that instant attraction, don't just follow it. Pause for a second and ask yourself, why does this feel so familiar? Not in an overthinking way, just noticing. And slowly, you start seeing the difference between what feels intense and what actually feels right. You stop chasing that emotional roller coaster and start paying attention to how someone treats you. And yeah, at first, healthier people might not feel as exciting. That's normal, because your system is not used to it yet. But over time, something shifts. You start valuing peace more than intensity, clarity more than confusion, consistency more than temporary highs. And eventually, you don't even feel attracted to the same type anymore. Not because you forced it, but because you changed what feels normal to you. I'll leave you with this. You're not attracted to the wrong people by accident. You're attracted to what feels familiar until you become aware of it. And once you see it clearly, you get a choice. You can keep repeating it, or you can finally break it. If this made you think, even a little bit, just like the video, subscribe and drop a comment. I'm breaking the pattern. I read those, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.